Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Hello everyone and welcome to your English class. In our lesson today, we will continue with our second unit, which is titled Take My Advice. Our lesson today is the writing lesson in your books, page 26 and 27. All you need for the lesson today is your books, page 26 and 27, a sheet of paper and a pen to take down your notes. So let's get started. From our lesson yesterday, you had a homework which was in your books, page 93. It was exercise I. Look at the pictures. The younger man is asking his father for advice. Decide what the advice is about. So now you will choose the main topic, which topic or let's say what is the advice going to be about. For me, I have chosen to give advice for applying for a job. So he graduated, let's say the son graduated from university and he's about to apply for a job. He needs his father's advice. So what advice can we give for the son? At the beginning in here, number 1, complete the chart with as many words as you can. Let's put the idea of applying for a job in your mind, and you will come up with nouns, verbs, and adjectives. Let's think about the nouns. I can use the noun father, son. I can use issue or a problem, decision, also skills, and interests. These are all nouns. How about the verbs? A verb I can use consider, think, change, and choose. These are some of the verbs that I can choose or use. Adjectives to describe the noun: careful, the best, suitable, exciting, fast. I can use also the adjective fast. So these are some of the adjectives, nouns, and verbs that we can use to come up with the advice. Let's continue in number 2. What advice does the father give his son? Write sentences using some of the words that you have listed above. The words we have listed, the nouns, verbs, and adjectives, we will use them to come up with advice. I would say, you had better think carefully about what you want to do. Notice what we have used here. You had better. This is for the advice. Also, I can say, why don't you decide according to your skills, background, and interests? Why don't you? We will use it for suggestions. Think about your interests, things you like to do. Think about your skills and background knowledge, things that you like to do and you want to continue doing. Also, I could say, I would advise you to ask someone who is doing the same job. For me, I will tell you, ask someone else who's doing this job, whether a teacher's job or an engineer's job. So ask them, are they interested? Do they like it? Also, I will say, you ought to consider where the job is. It's very important to consider or think about where the job is going to be. Is it going to be the place where you are in, or in another city or another place? This is about applying for a job. For our lesson today, by the end of today's lesson, you will be able to take notes on a written text. You will read the text and come up with the notes. And also, you will be able to write an advice letter. By the end, you will write your own advice letter. At the beginning in here, on your books, page 27, as we have discussed the writing corner, a letter of advice or an advice letter. When you are writing an advice letter, the things that you have to consider or to put in your mind. At the beginning, you have to repeat or echo. Echo, to say it back. Say it one more time. So, you will listen and understand. Show the other one who is reading that you have read, you have understood and listened to their problem, and now you are rewriting it. Next, acknowledge feelings. Always give them the sense that you understand and you can feel what they're feeling. Put yourself in the person's place. I feel you. I have been in the same situation. I know how it feels. You can say, I am really sorry to hear that you lost your phone. I understand how it feels or how you feel. I would feel the same way if I were in your situation. I don't understand why people do this sort of thing. So give them the feeling that I feel you. Also, do not judge. Never tell them that it is you, it is not any other thing or your friends. Here, try to help. You are trying to help them. Do not dictate. The idea of dictating is you are the boss or you are superior and you are giving, not advice, commands. Do not judge them. Show empathy that you feel them. Make suggestions. You can use words like, I think maybe you should do this or that. How about maybe asking for help? Have you tried restarting your computer? It's hard to imagine what it feels like not to find a friend. I wouldn't like to be in your place. So you are here trying to help give advice and show them that I feel you. And by the end, come up with a closure. You are about to conclude. You can, with a hopeful note, you can say, I believe you will deal with this in your own wonderful way. You will go through it. And I have seen you do it before. A closure, something that will give them hope and make them feel better. Okay, now we're having this one, which is the letter from Faisal to his friend Nasser. We will read it together and we will highlight the things that we have previously said. Hello, Nasser. I am really sorry to hear that you can't get along. Now here it is the echo. He is repeating Nasser's words. I know you are friendly and easygoing. I understand how it feels, acknowledging feeling. I know how it feels, and it doesn't feel good to be isolated and ignored. Now he is acknowledging feeling, and you have all the right to feel this bad. Next, I am sure you have tried the best you could. Here he is trying to tell that I trust you, that you did the best you could. You must have tried your best to talk to your classmates. But have you tried talking to the school counselor? And here you are giving, Faisal is trying to give suggestions. I have something to add. Maybe it could help. Have you talked to the school counselor? He or she must have something to do or say. I am sure things are getting better and you will email me soon telling me that you are busy going out with your friends. Here it is the closure with a hopeful note. I have seen you do it before when we first joined the football team. So trying to give them hope, and you have done it before and you can do it one more time this time. And always do not forget that at the beginning you will write someone's name, your friend's name, and by the end the writer's name. It could be your name. Faisal is the writer of this letter, so he will sign his name. You will put it at the end on the right corner. Okay, let's go into here in your book's page 27. Here we're having number 6. Write your letter of advice to a person with a problem. Now we will come up with a problem. One of the problems on page 27 is that someone who's having a crashed computer. He will tell us about the problem. His computer crashed and he lost his emails. So we are going to try to help this person. On the chart, by the beginning, we will start with the writing process in here. What we will say, we will follow this. The first thing is planning. We have decided that we are going to write a letter of advice to someone who asked us for advice, someone who has his computer went down or it crashed and they need help. Next, we will start with the drafting. We will write down all of the ideas regardless of the organization. Advice from here, acknowledgement from there, all ideas, words, phrases, and sentences. Next, we will go to the editing, adding ideas and taking out other ideas. Next, we will go to the revising. You will check it out, organized, spell check, grammar check, and other things. And by the end, you will go to the submission, which is the publishing step. You will finish it up and you can send it and submit it. Okay, here we're having the problem. My computer crashed and all my emails were deleted. I don't know what to do. Now here is the problem. Someone's computer crashed, went down, and all the emails deleted. What can I do? Now, let's start with the first one, which is the repeating or echo. We will say the problem in no words, rephrasing it. You will say, I am sorry to hear that your computer went down. I haven't said crash, went down. Rephrase it. Also, the second one, acknowledging feelings. If he doesn't feel good, we will tell him that I remember the last time my computer crashed. I still remember that I had the same situation or the same experience. My computer crashed or went down and it didn't feel good. Also, do not judge. I will say, I am sure you have tried restarting it. You have done all the things that you should do. Also, making suggestions. I will try to help. I will say, here, I know an expert technician. How about calling him? My suggestion is to advise or to consult or ask someone for help. By the end, for the closure, I will say in here, I am sure you will get back your emails and documents. You will find a way as you usually do. I trust you. You can go through it and as you always do. We have done now the drafting. Now we can organize our ideas. We will start at the beginning, repeating the problem, acknowledging feelings. We can put them all together. They are related somehow to each other. Next, I will go to making suggestions, giving advice if I want to suggest something. By the end, I will go to the closure part or the hopeful note. Let's start with them one by one and organize our sentences. Repeating the problem, acknowledging feelings. Number one, what would I say here? I am really sorry to hear that your computer went down. I remember the last time my computer crashed. So, in here, I repeated the problem in new words and also acknowledging feeling and how it felt for me. The following, making suggestions, giving advice. What would I suggest in here? I will say, I am sure you have tried restarting it. I'm here making a suggestion, which is, I know an expert technician. How about calling him? Suggestion and also advice. Next, by the closure part, I would say in here, I am sure you will get back your emails and documents. You will find a way as you usually do. Try to be very polite by the very end. I will give a hopeful note. Okay, now following the writing rules, we've got our ideas all together. At the beginning, mind your ideas that all the things are related to the same topic, a crashed computer. Next, paragraphs. You're going to organize it into sentences or in different paragraphs. Longer, it will be 2 to 3 different paragraphs. Each one paragraph will be about one idea. Followed by the grammar. Make sure that you are using the correct grammar and advise the grammar lesson. Also, we're having spelling. Make sure that you are using the correct spelling, whether it's a name, whether it is we're having any word, just check your spelling. Also, the capitalization. If we're having a name, always make sure that you're using the correct capitalization with names. And if it is the MINTS, the mint rule, follow the capitalization rules. And by the end, we're having the punctuations, full stop, comma, question mark, whatever it is, just use the correct punctuation. Okay, now we're having this problem and we have said to repeat and echo. You will say that you are sorry to hear that your computer went down. Then, I remember the last time my computer crashed, followed by I'm sure you will not judge. I'm sure that you have tried restarting it. Then, I know one expert technician. How about calling him? And by the end, which is the closure, I'm sure you will get back your emails and documents. You will find a way as you usually do. These are our own ideas. Now we can write them down here. Hello, Ahmed. At the beginning, we're having hello, Ahmed. I will start with this one. Notice the comma, the correct use of the comma. How about the capitalization for Ahmed? You have to use a capital A because it is actually a name. So we will correct it. It will be capital A. I am really sorry to know that your computer went down. I know how important your documents are. Here, we have to use a full stop in here because we are separating two sentences. I remember the last time my computer crashed. It wasn't easy for me. So in here, we have to use a full stop in here. Next, I am sure you have tried all you could do, like restarting it. Notice this one, you have. So we have to use apostrophe because it is two words, the short form of you have. I'm sure you have tried all you could do, like restarting it. I know one expert technician who helped me when I lost a document last time. How about calling him? What's wrong with this sentence? We should use capital I for I. The meant, the I, always capital I when you are referring to yourself. A document last time, how about calling him? This is actually a question. So it will end up here with a question mark. So in here, I lost a document and a question mark by the end. I don't want you to worry. How can we correct this one? Capital I, don't, we will use apostrophe. I don't want you to worry. You will, here, you will get back your emails and documents. You will find a way, as you usually do, when you help me with my phone. Then we're having the signature, Ali. You have to end up with a full stop in here. Okay, this it is. So for an advice letter, once you write your own advice letter, you can refer to this table on page 124. It is the table that will tell you what to do and what not to do. And you will check whether you are doing great, good, you're doing okay, or you need to work on your writing one more time. Check whether I can take notes and use them to write. The notes or the phrases, can you turn them into sentences? Also, we're having the second one. Respond to others' feelings and views. Someone will tell you how they feel. Can you respond and to reply to their opinions, to their feelings? Also, advise others in a friendly manner. Can you use friendly language? To be friendly, not rude. I know how it feels. Next, can you form and write clear sentences? If other people are going to read your sentences, would they understand it, or it's confusing? Also, organize and explain suggestions well. You will give a suggestion, complete it, then you will go into the other one, organized suggestions. Next, to be helpful without being patronizing. What is the idea of patronizing? It is like, I know that you are a lazy person. I know that you are a teenager, and this is what teenagers usually do. You are putting them in a certain category. Next, close on a helpful note. I know that you are going to go through this. You're going to call me next time and tell me that you are in a good situation. And by the end, use appropriate style or language. And this time, which language or style we're using? we're using the informal because you are emailing or you are writing to a friend. Okay? Now in your books, page 94, we're having exercise J. Imagine that a friend has written to you for advice about a problem that he or she has at school or work. Complete the chart with the information required. Use it to write a reply to a friend. Let's imagine that we're having a friend who is having a problem, something common that we have already discussed together, the idea of getting along with friends. Okay, we're going to break it into details, other smaller problems. The chart in page 94 in here, you're going to complete this chart. Let's discuss it together. At the beginning, we will have the problem, which is getting along with friends. Then the cause of the problem, why we will have such a problem, what happened so we have this problem. Then your solution or your advice to the problem. Try to give advice, my advice to my friend because they're having this specific problem. Then we're going to come up a description of the general problem. He can't get along with friends. Then we will break it down into two. First problem, can't find friends, can't maybe join the football team. Okay, let's get it here together. The cause of the problem, because he moved to a new school. This is why. And also because he feels lonely, he can't get along with others and can't get along with friends. These are why he is not feeling so good. I have a friend who's not feeling so good because he moved to another school, no one is sitting with them, or feels lonely, can't get along with friends. What advice can we give this friend? For me, I will tell that you ought to be friendly. If you are friendly, others are going to come to talk to you. You might invite your classmates. This is actually a sentence. It should end with a full stop. You might invite them. Ask them to come to your place, to your house, or to go out together. Let's break it into the smaller problem. He would say here, I am considered the new student. Everyone is calling me the new student. No one called me with my name. No one talks to me. So we're having no one is talking to me. This is the problem, feels lonely. Let's try to give advice to this problem. I would say, you should start a conversation. You are the one. Don't wait for them to start a conversation with you. Talk to them. Also, you ought to introduce yourself to them well. Go to them and introduce. I am Ahmed. This is me and I am the new student. Tell them about your name. Also, the other problem, I am not invited anywhere. No one calls me to go with them. And I am not allowed to participate in the football team. They don't call me to go out with them, and even the football team, I am not allowed to play with them. What advice can we give? We can tell, you might talk to the team coach. So we're having the team coach. Go to the team coach, not to any one of your colleagues, and ask them, can I join the football team? And also you can say, you ought to talk to the school counselor. There is a school counselor, just go to him or her and ask him or her that you need to socialize with others to join a certain club or the football team. Then you will use all of this advice to come up with your own letter of advice. For your homework, I want you to complete the exercise J on page 94. Exercise J on page 94. We have broke the problem into smaller problems or issues. You will complete that and write your own letter of advice. Okay? I guess that is it for the lesson today, and thank you so much for your time.